gets it done, and here comes Davison to do a similar thing. He had to flick to the left there, Gisbergen. He gathered it back up. He was sliding the car to the final corner. He moves it right to the inside, blocks that off, and here comes Davison again.
Bad sportsmanship flag exceeding track limits. That's on the exit of the final corner. There's a bit of a chase around the road going on here into turn 6. So LeBrock just covers down the inside from Pye. Macaulay Jones in behind them. So Waters is going quickly on those fresh tyres, and so's Reynolds out there at the moment, Mark.
So Waters' fastest car, done the fastest lap of the race now with a 54.97. Di Pasquale with a 55.17 did his personal best, so 0.2 of a second slower. That's pretty wild, isn't it?
And Macaulay Jones made a spot in that manoeuvre. 5.4-second margin. So here we go. Look at this, Mark. So we've got Brown, we've got Mostert, we've got Heimgartner, and this is a wild drag race into turn 1. Trio of supercars locked in combat. Who pops out the other side here? There's a little rub.
What great racing. That is great racing. Will Brown has done a remarkable job stopping on lap 5 and being able to fend these guys off. If he can get to the end of this lap and keep Heimgartner at bay, when he come in on lap 21, it's just extraordinary. 16 lap difference. So what he's got to do now is got to get it to the inside here. Don't park it wide. That's the way. Well done. Nice job.
I love the coaching from afar. Heimgartner tries to position the car so that if he can be wide at 8, he can block pass at 9.
And then just pull up here, let him run into you. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Mate, he can't hear you. Just on the QP. Power Racing team.
Oh, monster moment there by Feeney. He made it into the grass. He was able to regather control before he put his foot back on the brake and got away with it.
Whoa,
now, LeBrock has tried to move him right over. So that is an ugly moment in that little battle for 10th and 11th. So sorry, it wasn't Hazelwood who was getting up the inside. It was actually Brock Feeney. He's giving him a bump. He's giving him another bump. And now Hazelwood's going to come up the inside.
Ooh,
this is ugly.
That's not good. There's a bit of tit for tat going on out there at the moment. And that's starting to step over the line. So Craig Baird, the driving standards advisor, won't cope with this if it continues.
Slap.
Here we go. We have got 2,870 metres of supercar action to run. 0.2 of a second is the margin. Mostert is not going to give up without one hell of a fight here. He drives around the inside of turn 1, the exact prescription for what needs to be done. And he's going to cover when they get down to the right-hander at turn 5. Di Pasquale's going to pull the pin and dive bomb down the inside. Mostert blocks him. He locks up momentarily. The next area of vulnerability is up at the hairpin in the left-hander at turn 6. Mostert covers him. Anton goes wide. A great battle, Scapey.
What a ripping battle. Two of the very best operators. Mostert's been able to do this. If he keeps the car flowing nicely, he only needs one more critical element, Neil. He needs to get it onto the straight.
And Adam
look at this.
Look. Adam cannot look. None of us can. There's effectively one more
made a mistake.
And Anton bumbles it right at the critical moment. And he's let him off the hook. He's let him off the hook. Can you believe it? Stopping on lap 9. And Chaz Mostert takes his 4th victory of 22. A brilliant drive.
Oh, by Di Pasquale and his pace as Feeney tries to put a move. But he's been caught now. Will Davison's going to box him. And does he? Does he? Yes, he does. He gets him across, gets to the grass, but now Brock's been on the inside for Waters. I thought Waters was going to fight on the inside of both. So Brock's done it well. He actually held his position nicely. That was good racecraft by Davison and Waters.
And Feeney. Look at the replay up at turn 4. And Van Gisbergen down the inside. Little signature on the passenger side door for Will Davison. And then that sets up the move down the inside here on the run through 5 and 6.
And then Will's going to give him a bump because of the bump that happened right here. So when Shane gives him that little bump, that makes Will get sideways. He has to correct it. He gathers it up, and that gave Van Gisbergen a little bit of the run, the momentum he needed.
A little bit slow on the right rear, so not a good pit stop for them. They had pit stop early. It'll be covered by Will Brown's time, if that makes sense.
He's done it again. Van Gisbergen's put the same move on. And what he does is he gets up there, he only makes a three-quarter pass. They've had a little bump again, but he only makes a three-quarter pass, but he purposely hits them. And when he hits them, both of them got sideways and he's got him. And that's what it is. So he's actually doing it. It's a craft, it's gamesmanship, it's absolutely what he's doing. End of that big grass section into turn 2. He was off the road for 300 or 400 metres. As we look at Nick Percat trying to do the crisscross, but he got himself into the weeds, and there's, oh my God, that was close. He tried to cover down on Hazelwood, but he come out of the grass, and there's a dive by Mark Winterbottom. That's a great pass. That is a very, very good pass. Impromptu, spontaneous, bang, down the inside, authoritative. And Hazelwood was not ready for that car to arrive. In fact, when he was going to turn into turn 5, there was nothing there. He wouldn't have realised there was an Irwin Commodore about to embark on a move. Check this out. He made his way into the grass. That was his mistake. Now watch him come out. He fires straight across. Hazelwood's down the inside, cuts him off. But what it does, it slows Hazelwood down. Check out Mark Winterbottom. He says, have a look at me. Bang, down the inside, got him.
Yeah, you can't blink in this game. You give anybody even the slightest incentive and in they go. Here's the viewpoint from on board with Mark. Bang. Shifted it down a gear to be able to pop out the other side. So presence of mind there was great. He was switched on.
This is going to be interesting now because he's got the tight line, the cold tyre, but it's just good enough. Remember that gap you said? That gap has gone warp, and that pit stop from Davison that you reported as a 2.8 has put him right up in behind the Monster Mustang. Nice job by DJR.
So he's under pressure now, Cam Waters. And that was a very, very efficient stop from the team at Dick Johnson Racing to be able to get him right in touch. And he's threatening here because Will got a good exit out of turn 6. He might have a kilometre an hour extra out of there that could be put to good use down here on the brakes, and he does have the big dive. A desperate dive down the inside for Davison. They're battling for the effective lead. Waters runs to the outside. Davison has the run as they go down towards turn 1, and Waters gets back. What an exchange. It's between Tickford and 888. Waters in search of a victory for the first one since Townsville last year. And Van Gisbergen wanting to continue that form and assert himself even further in the lead. And he chases him up the hill into turn 3. Can he get by? He's right on him, a nail biter down the hill now into turn 4. There's only a car length between them. Massive pressure on Cam Waters, who cannot afford a misstep, particularly up here, as Mark Scaife suggested, into turn 7. This is the exit of 5. Here comes the curb at 6. Bang, over the top of it. Vulnerability right here, and Van Gisbergen knows it, and he shoves the nose up the inside, but it's not quite enough. Out the other side, and still Waters has got a margin, but it's only just barely. If he can hang on to this, it'll be a great under-pressure victory for Waters. And Van Gisbergen tries to drive it out the other side of 9, but he doesn't quite have enough. He's got 3 corners remaining. This is 10. Waters survives out the other side. Now it's 2 corners that separate Cam Waters from a potential victory. They fought for this one at Monster. Van Gisbergen bombs it down the inside of 11, and he's almost got up there. And they come together in the final corner. And Gizzy backs away from it. And Cam Waters a huge victory at Winchester.